Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Cam's Retro Gaming. This is going to be a little bit of a vlog style video. Now, I know all my videos are sort of vlog-ish style videos, very like one take kind of thing, unedited. But there are some things I kind of wanted to talk about without having like a pickups or something like that. So first off, we all kind of probably know about the death of Billy Hudson. Billy went by Billy Chaser, Captain 8-Bit, of course, of the Game Chasers. It really affected me a lot more than I thought it would. I watched, like a lot of you guys, those two videos he had from the hospital, and didn't really know what to think. Didn't know how serious it was. You just never know. But of course, it was very serious, as we all found out. And I'm just so heartbroken for that whole situation. Leaving behind a wife and a child is just it's just terrible. My roommate in college, he died unexpectedly years after college, but he was 26, and I went to his funeral. It was probably one of the most emotionally difficult things I've ever been a part of, trying to hold it together, talking with his parents and his little brother, little sister. Of course, I didn't hold it together. I cried in front of them. And they held it together. I felt very embarrassed, but it was just one of those things, man. It's just, I thought about them, and that's what I was crying for, just who he left behind. So it's just so difficult. And of course he was 47, I'm 42, not much younger than him. It kind of puts things into perspective, but mostly just concern for his family. And, I watched the Game Chasers when they first started back in probably 2010. I saw an interview with Billy and Games 31, and from there I started watching, of course, the videos, and watched for a few years. Kind of lost touch, or lost interest, I guess, eventually. But it's just, I've kind of got about, I don't know, 10 years to kind of catch up on. But their videos got me through a really kind of difficult time, back at that point when I was living back with my parents. Was trying to find a job out of grad school. So anyway, I digress. But that's been kind of weighing heavily on my mind this past week. And to segue into a topic that is very much not important whatsoever, but we are talking about video games. So, my last video, I was speaking about sort of downsizing some stuff, and I've been kind of thinking about the psychology of collecting and sort of what that means, why we do what we do. And I'm definitely not in a spot where I feel like I'm spending too much money or overindulging or anything. It's not like that, but I have gotten rid of some things that not adjacent to games, music stuff, musical instruments. I did some trading and kind of traded a whole bunch of guitars, or a few guitars and an amp, from one very expensive guitar, and I was like unburdening myself, getting rid of some of this stuff. So I'm like, man, I'm sure I'm like that with video games. And like, are the games that, they're just sitting around, is that kind of like causing decision paralysis? And I'm sort of looking at my Genesis collection, but there are some systems like I'm not going to get rid of anything for, like Sega CD is very much, I know I'm not going to play a lot of those games, but I'm just so fascinated and passionate about Sega CD. Same with like 3DO and Neo Geo, of course, but I'm pretty selective on that stuff. PlayStation 1 to a lesser extent, but I just need to get to these games and start playing them, and the ones I don't like, I'll just start getting rid of. I got rid of a few games last week, just like a stack of stuff, and it felt great. Got some stuff I really wanted, which I'll show you guys here soon in a pickups video. But a good friend of mine, he has a concept called Bangers Only, which I really appreciate, and that's essentially keeping a console to only what you're going to play, which it's a novel concept, but you know, we're, as collectors, we just like to accumulate things. It's just what it is, you know. But there are a couple consoles I'm very much bangers only. That's like GameCube. Let's see, Wii U. Those consoles, I have just what I want, and to an even greater extent, like 360, PS3. I have, and I think Switch. I have like 3 games for. Never really got into Switch much, but yeah, it does feel good to have just what you need and just what you want. So there are consoles I collect for, and there are consoles I buy only when I'm going to play. And I'm cool with that that sort of setup, that differentiation. And I don't know. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Are you bangers only, just what you're going to play, or are you know, going for collecting stuff, or maybe you're in between. I don't know. But yeah, this was kind of a rambling video, but you know, it's Sunday, it's laundry day, about to start a new week, and love to hear from you guys. Sorry I missed last week, and thanks for watching, thanks for commenting. There's some of you guys that comment on every video, and boy, it's great to see that. So we'll see you again very soon.